Hello y'all and welcome back to the channel. Marquita here. Today is actually Tuesday. I had to think about it for a second, but today is actually Tuesday evening. And I'm still in my living room, just in a different setup here. And I actually kind of like the way the lights are doing what they do behind me. But just in a different setup because I wanted to share with you. I went to Lowe's again today just to check out what they had going on to see if they got any more plants in, because as I mentioned in my video on Sunday that I had gone earlier last week, and they did have some more things in. They're still getting in the vegetable plants and whatnot. They did have some things in, but it was still kind of scarce, and they are still having, I think it ends today, I don't know, they may continue it into the next week, but their sales week ends on Tuesday, so a new sale starts on Wednesday. So last week's sale was 3 for $12 on the Bonnie plants that are what ounce is this? I think they were like 19.3 ounce that had been $4.98 original price. Those were 3 for $12. So what I mentioned in my last video was that a lot of the items that fell under that $4.98 price tag were either tomatoes, peppers, and that's pretty much it. They did have sugar snap peas did fall in that, but there was only like one left, and at the time they didn't have anything else that I wanted, so I didn't get that particular one. So they had a few things, but like I said, I had already bought 2 tomato plants prior to that, and that was it. I didn't really want anything else that was part of that 3 for $12, but I went back today and they had a lot more in, and I may input a little bit of footage because I did scan a little bit so you can see they had more peppers, they had more varieties of tomatoes, they had more herbs in because they didn't have a lot of herbs, but they didn't have all the mints. The last time I went, I bought a sweet mint, and that was it because that's all they had. They had sweet mint and they had lemon balm, which I already have a lemon balm plant that is growing back from last year. So we'll see what happens. Right now it's coming along pretty good, so we'll see how it goes. And I have another mint, I think it was another sweet mint plant from the previous season that was regenerating itself as well, so we'll see how it goes. But I did go ahead and buy another sweet mint just to have, because I love mint, and there's so many things you can do with it, so I just bought another one to use that one. But what I hopped on here for is because today I did pick up some more items. So I did end up finding enough items to do the 3 for $12, which is a good deal because originally they're like $4.98 a piece, so you'd be paying like about $15 a piece if you got all 3 without the sale. And then also I did pick up another mint variety that they had in that they did not have last time, and this one was regular price, so it was $6.98. So I'll go ahead and show you what I purchased today. So the first thing I purchased was the chocolate mint. Now this one is a little bit bigger. This one is, I think, 25 ounces. Yeah, this is a 25 ounce chocolate mint. I'm not even sure if they had a smaller one. I just saw the chocolate mint and I was like, ooh, I want chocolate mint again. Now I did have a chocolate mint plant in the past, and it was kind of sore and growing back, but then this year it didn't make it. It returned last year, and I just love the smell. The one thing I like about the varieties of mint are the smells. It's worth it. And if you're wondering like what can I do with chocolate mint, you can use it to make like brownies. You can put it in think about those York peppermint patties. You can make something similar with this, so it's really nice for like baked goods and things like that. So if nothing else, is worth the smell as well. It smells really great, especially when you water it. But you can add it in to give yourself, and it does have that taste, so it has a minty but like a chocolatey mint taste. So this is what it looks like. It looks pretty and healthy. It's very dry. That was one thing I noticed today, and it hasn't been like I think today was a little bit cooler, but it was like in the 80s the other day. So we had a couple of hot days, but it looks like they haven't watered these plants. I don't know what's going on, but a lot of the plants, they were dry, and I'm not like very dry. So I am going to repot this one once I wrap up this video. But for the others, this is the one that was $6.98, by the way. But for the other 3, which I'll go ahead and tell you were pepper plants. I think I got all pepper plants because I didn't want to get another let me not lie to you guys, another tomato plant, because I already have two, and I told you guys there was one particular tomato plant that I was looking for that I will buy. But if that one is not available, I'm not buying any more tomato plants. Because I don't eat tomatoes like that. I will cook with them, I'll make a sauce or something, but I don't eat them like on sandwiches and things like that. So buying a bunch of them would not do me well. However, I will be, giving away to friends and family. But other than chocolate mint, my 3 for $12 that I picked up were peppers, different varieties of pepper plants. So these were all the 19.3 ounce ones. And again, these are Bonnie plants, which is pretty much the brand that they use, or that they carry. And this first one is the poblano and ancho hot pepper. Show you guys the tag there. It's a little dirty, but there you go. And so these are some that can be either green or red. You can also dry them out to use them for like chilies and whatever. So it is supposedly a popular pepper. I've never grown this particular one before. I'm still looking for my sweet heat pepper, so I'm keeping an eye out. And I think also as the season gets further in, that we'll get different things that come out a little bit warmer time. So I will be going back probably weekly until I get what I want, or see if they get in what I want. And this is the next one I got was a Cubanelle sweet pepper. And none of them have peppers on there still, little plants. So these I will be replanting. I don't know if I'm definitely not going to do it tonight, because I think they're going to end up being bucket. I have 3 5-gallon Target buckets similar to the ones at Lowe's and Home Depot. Like those buckets, they are BPA free. So you don't have to worry about that. But I think I'm going to use the buckets to replant these peppers, since they will eventually need support when they get larger. And I think having a bucket with the depth will be a good stabilizing agent once the peppers start coming in and all of that. So yeah, so there's the Cubanelle here. And then the last one that I got is a hot banana pepper plant. Now, I know they do have like a sweeter variety, but these are like medium heat. They will tell you, if you've never shopped for plants at Lowe's, they do tell you like the level of heat when you're looking at like peppers and things. So this one is a medium heat one. I think that the Cubanelle is a sweet pepper, so it's very mild. It's more of a mild in terms of heat, but it's sweet. And then this one, the poblano, is like a medium, I believe, as well. So those, I want to say they're good. I think they said one of those was good. I think it was the poblano was really good for like pico de gallo. So if you made that, that would be another good pepper. But we'll find out, because I know I can have plenty of peppers to donate. And so that is what I picked up today at my Lowe's trip. If I pick up anything else between now and when I post for Sunday, I'll probably add it in. But the last thing I wanted to mention was the seed starters. So I mentioned Sunday that I would be starting I had the seed starting cups from Jiffy, and I'm going to do some seed starting inside and then transplant, hopefully. So with that, collards will be one of the items. I'm going to transplant that into the middle section of my raised bed. You guys saw that where the 2 tomato plants are, and the middle section is open. I'm going to put the collards in the middle once they get up. And then I'm also going to do an oregano starter, and this one's already open because I did pop a couple of seeds in a pot and put them outside, so we'll see if they spring. If not, then I will probably use that pot as my repotter when this one hopefully will grow. So I'm going to do one of oregano, and even though I do have spinach growing in my Aerogarden, it's actually going quite well. I'll make sure to add that in this video too, to show you the status of that Aerogarden, because it has done quite a bit. So this is what my spinach one that I'm using. I think I may try this one in the starter, even though I got it going in the Aerogarden. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do that, or if I just want to do the oregano and the collards, because I have a spot for the collards. I have somewhere I can put the oregano, And I also planted in the pots. If you guys saw in the video of the last balcony garden, you saw the two little blue pots. One has the oregano seed and the other one has chives planted. So if those don't work out as is in that bucket, then I may do the chives either in the Aerogarden, or I may do the starter. So we'll see how that goes. But I do want to do two collard plants, or yeah, two collard plants and one oregano to start off with in my seed starter. So I will give you guys an update on that. I'll probably do that tomorrow, or do the planting piece of that tomorrow. So then I'll add that into this footage. So you'll see these videos might be getting a little lengthier. Sometimes they'll be short and sweet depending on how things are growing. But right now we're in the prime season of me, shopping and planting. So they'll probably be a little bit longer with updates because a lot happens in the beginning. But as things slow down, they might be shorter, just check-ins. So let me know if you guys shop at Lowe's, Home Depot, or if you have a local nursery that you pick up your vegetables or houseplants or whatnot from. Let me know what things you plan to put in your garden, or if you plan on doing a garden, if you're doing indoor Aerogarden, or just something small like like a raised garden or whatnot. So just let me know. So thank you so much for watching, and like I said, we may add some more to it, so I'm not going to end it just quite yet. I'll come back on and do an ending if I don't have any more footage to add, but I think I will. All right, y'all, here's the Aerogarden. Today is Thursday. Sorry about my hand there. Today is Thursday, April 3rd, and I'm just doing a check-in because I'm actually going to be making a salad with that first round of romaine that has sprouted here. You can see, and hopefully that will leave room for much more. There are 2 pods there, so lots of romaine. The third one never flourished, so we'll just say 2 out of 3 were successful on this one. And the smaller plants you see are the spinach plants. The first one is the one that sprouted along with the romaine, and then the second one here is the one that I planted later on. So it is coming along. Hopefully it will be just as successful as this one. These leaves actually, let me get you a good angle. They actually look like I could use them, the bigger leaves, if I was cooking something with spinach. So I will take that into consideration. So I may start, there's something else kind of growing in the middle, some more coming along. So just want to give you guys a look because I am about to enjoy the romaine. So I want you guys to see what it did before I started harvesting. All right, y'all, we're going to do a little balcony garden check-in. So here you'll see that I have my herbs, the sweet mint, lemon balm, which is actually regrowing from last year. And I also have the chocolate mint that I showed you guys earlier in this video. And you also see my spearmint that is coming back from last year. So I'm still working on the herb section there. There'll be more to come later on. But I just want to show you how it's growing over there so far. And then we'll go to my pepper plants as well as my tomatoes. So you'll see those, and it was windy that day, but everything is going great so far. So as you can see on this particular tomato plant, we have some yellow flowers indicating that there will be some tomatoes coming soon. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.